Another long day of fighting against this nonsensical war. I'm not sure how much longer my body can take. Plus, Calcifer is less and less impressed the more hot baths I ask him to draw. The warm water is the only thing that can loosen my muscles after a long flight. If I didn't have you to come back to, darling, I don't know how I'd motivate myself to keep fighting. The future can seem so grim sometimes, especially when the war seems never ending. There was a time in my life when I would have given up. But now, I have something I want to protect. What is it? My love. It's you. Don't give me too much credit, darling. I've told you that 1,000 times before. My feelings for you have never changed. As twisted as this country is, your mere existence gives me the motivation to fight for what is right. We have a long battle ahead of us. But I can promise you, I will do everything in my power to come home safely each night, while still fighting for the future you deserve. After all, I wouldn't want to miss falling asleep at your side, my love. Won't you join me in bed? It's been a long time since I returned early enough to find you still awake. Holding on to you and being held in return is a rare treat. Don't pity me, darling. I knew what I was getting into when I started fighting against this cruel war. One day it will pay off. I'm sure of it. There you are. And is it all right if I wrap my arms around you? Good. I know it was silly to ask, but it's still polite to ask permission before touching someone. I'm nothing if not courteous, darling. Perhaps I'm just in a good mood, but tonight feels particularly beautiful. Can't you see the moon from the window? It looks so bright and captivating tonight. The sight of the moon is ever comforting. No matter where you are in the world, it will always be in the sky. The same moon that we see every night. And the stars? It's like they're shining just for you, darling. Forgive me for sounding cliche, but I insist there's dozens more in the sky tonight than there have been in weeks. Surely that's not a coincidence, hmm? I'm glad you don't mind my cliches, love. I know you well enough to know that you like being reminded of how special you are to me. Regardless of how many times I've told you those same words. I've been waiting for you all my life, you know. And I don't want you to forget. You're gorgeous this evening. Is it the moonlight after all? Or perhaps I'm just in a good mood, having left the battlefield early enough to return to your side. In any case, you look particularly irresistible tonight. How long has it been since we... Oh. Ah, that brought a blush to your cheeks, didn't it? I'm sorry I've neglected you all this time. Once this war is over, you'll hardly be able to keep me off of you. I hope you won't mind. Tonight I have some extra energy if you're interested in perhaps... Oh. I see. You took the words right out of my mouth, love. I love feeling your fingers in my hair. and your skin feels so soft against mine. We were made for one another, darling. One moment, love. Put your hand against my chest. Do you feel my heart racing? I suppose I should be more bashful, but I wanted you to feel exactly what you do to me. For most of my life, I felt that my heart had been a burden. It wasn't until recently that I felt myself able to breathe without a terrible weight on my chest. It was you, you know. Don't act coy. You've saved my life, whether you know it or not, my beloved. Loving you has been the greatest pleasure of my life. Whenever I'm flying through a battlefield, maneuvering through dropping bombs and raining bullets, the thought of coming home to you is what gives me strength. Although, I have to admit, some thoughts of you are a little more distracting than others. Forgive me for being so cheeky tonight. The look in your eyes is inspiring me to be much more bold than usual. And what you've chosen to wear to bed is certainly flattering. My eyes can't help but wonder. And now I'm the one that's blushing. Surely you wouldn't mind if I kissed across your shoulders. And across your collarbones. You're so gorgeous, my love. A work of art in every way. Would you mind if I... Wonderful. I'll just run my fingertips along your chest. Are those goosebumps I see? Breathtaking. It was my intention to recoup some much-needed sleep tonight. But under these circumstances, I think I've decided to do something a little more enthralling.